Refer to resources one need to produce goods or provide services. There are four factors of production, which are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Technology is considered to be the fifth factor. Initially, only labor was considered by most economists, but eventually land and capital were considered as well. Entrepreneurship is slightly a more recent addition. Land has a broad definition as a factor of production and can take on various forms, from agricultural land to commercial real estate to the resources available from a particular piece of land. Natural resources such as oil and gold can be extracted and refined for human consumption from the land. The cultivation of crops on land by farmers increases its value and utility. Labor refers to the efforts expended by an individual to bring a product or service to the market. Can make take on various forms depending on the type of business in which it is used. Skilled and trained workers are called human capital and are paid higher wages because they bring more than their physical capacity to the task. Countries that are rich in the human capital experience increased productivity and efficiency. The difference in skill levels and terminology also help companies and entrepreneurs create corresponding disparities in pay scale. In economics, capital typically refers to money sourced from capital market, credit, subsidy, or internal accruals. It facilitates the acquisition of the items that produce or provide them. For modern mainstream economists, capital is the primary driver of value. During economic contraction, companies cut back on a capital expenditure to ensure profits. However, during the periods of boom, they invest in new machineries and equipment to bring more product to the market, and which further feeds on economic growth. Entrepreneurship is the fourth factor of production, acting as the catalyst that organizes and combines the other three factors, that are land, labor, and capital, to create goods and services and generate profit. Those who control factors of production often enjoy the greatest wealth in the society. Under capitalism, the factors of production are most often controlled by business owners and investors. In socialism, societies and government exert greater control over factor of production, whereas in communism, factor of productions are controlled by government only. The factors of productions are combined to produce goods and services, and the proportionate of each factor used depends on the product. For example, output from the agriculture, construction, and handicraft sector relies more on labor and thus is labor intensive, while semiconductor chips or satellite requires more capital, specialized machinery, and are capital intensive. These factors complement each other and are interconnected. In case of some missing or misused factor, production can become inefficient or can be halted. However, in some cases, new techniques can change the proportion used and output. Thank you.